Hi, Austin. I'm doing alright. I'm, getting recovered. And of course, I realized that I wrong ordered something here on my setup. So I'm gonna need to... I need to kill the game for a second and reset my controller. Way to go, me. Alright. This should hopefully work. Alright. How are things? Did you already download and start playing Blatro? I think you did. I think I noticed that you were doing that earlier. It is race day. Well, our async weekly race. After having a decent seed on Monday, I'm hoping to have another decent one today. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you started Blatro? Cool. I figured you probably wouldn't be taking too long to jump into that. Alright, let's see how this shit show goes. In 3, 2, 1, let's jump in. Okay. That's an interesting start. Ooh. Alright. Very interesting. So how involved is Blatro to go in Platinum? Are you going to be doing that for a while, or is it not too bad? Rupees are so jank. Is it long? Oh, jeez. So you're barely scratching the surface. That might be a game you just kind of come back to every now and then if it's that long. Hey, that's a full magic. I'm all about this. I might do the back of escape right away. It's probably a good idea. Thanks. Alright. Well, that's cool. It'll keep you busy for a while. I knew the game was long. I don't know how long the game is. I've only played it once. I've done one run. It was fun. Got a refund. 0.4. Okay, so there's a map still somewhere in there. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That's a waste of time. I want to go to Link's house. Open the chest, dude. Alright. Alright, let's make a run for the village. Can of Burna makes it easier to do escape early. Nice, the double. So what else? Are you going to just keep on playing Balatro then to try and get up there? Oh, we kind of want that. Or are you going to play some other games at the same time? Kind of bounce back and forth a little bit. And if so, what's the other game? Give me the hammer. The stream's cutting in and out for you? I'm not getting any drop frames at all for me, so unfortunately, it might be on your end. You might just need to try reloading the app or refreshing the page if you're watching on a browser. Or just Twitch is being Twitch, which happens every now and then. Okay. That's kind of nice. There was nothing that we needed at the library, so we don't have to go back. Okay. That was vanilla. So might as well check this. Alright. $20 arrows. 30 arrows for my non-existent bow. Ugh. Alright. Trash cave. I'm waiting for the early moon pearl to make me decide what I want to do. Hopefully the location's not too troll. But with 2 pendants in the light world, we know we're going to need to do some dark world dungeons for sure. 6 of the 7. Whoops. So I think I've seen a little bit about High on Life. Is it multiplayer? Is that... Oh, well, there's the Moon Pearl. I guess that answers that question. So we have Dark World access already. Less than 8 minutes in. That's scary as shit. But we might need to do it. Thieves Town's very beatable. That might not be what we want, but... It's single? Okay. I've seen some preview of it, and I wasn't sure because it looked like it could be like a multiplayer shooter or something like that. Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game, but I thought that's what it was. Please nothing. Alright, good. Ah, stupid bird. Okay. So, like, I'm really curious about going Dark World early, but I also have, like, a lot of checks still to do in the Light World, so I don't know if I want to make that dive immediately. Okay. But I could also just, like, check Hype Cave for the hell of it. And I probably should do that. Maybe I'll just do that after I do these checks. It's not a bad option. So, Austin, am I right, though? Is it a shooter, or is it something else? Whoops. Wasn't it like a little, like, not cartoonish necessarily, but like definitely a bit more animated. It's not... I might be thinking of the wrong thing. That's why I'm asking. My brain could be associating different things right now. Okay, so like a Rick... Okay, that's kind of what I thought. I remember seeing the weapon had like a face on it or something like that. And that's what I thought I saw in like a preview. And I'm like, well, it might be fun. I don't know. Okay. Both of you just die. Thank you. I don't need that right now. Okay, we need to be careful here. I like that first person pew pew Rick and Morty. Yep, that pretty much describes it to a T. I know exactly what you're talking about. Alright, we need to be careful. I'd rather not die heading to this next check. Well, I have a fairy in a bottle, so I guess I don't really care if I use it now. Okay. Like, stay away. Oh, we could water walk. Like, that's something we don't get to do very often. We're gonna pull a Jesus. Okay, that could be important. Alright. Dude, stupid crab. Did I get it? I sure did. Alright, just a piece of heart there. Gross. Alright. So we're gonna check waterfall, Zora stuff, and then I think the only other thing I'd really want to do in the light world is... Oh my god. Fuck. I'm so mad right now. Well, we gotta wait a second. I just kept on swimming around the whirlpool and didn't go into it, so we're gonna lose a couple minutes because I have to wait until it lets me save and quit here. Come on. There we go. Alright. So annoying. Alright. Now I want to take a quick look at Sage's Closet. And then I think we're going to go do Hype Cave. So we're just trying to get some density locations here. Run. Holy crap. Alright, that was a gold mine right there. That was awesome. Alright, so I'm glad we went and just did that. So, we're not going to have any problems getting into Mire and TR once we get the rest of the items for the dungeon. Alright, let's find out what our dungeon info is here. TR, of course, pendant. Our 5-6 pod and thieves, the rest are crystals, so we'll get those in a little bit. Okay. A bottle. A fire rod. That's really good. Alright, so let's work backwards just to check a couple checks, and I think we go to Skullwoods. We can do Skullwoods and Thieves Town. So we're gonna knock out a couple early dungeons. It'd be wild if I found a tempered sword before going in there. I might consider doing Thieves before Skullwoods this time around. Just because if we get a couple items that would just help make Skullwoods easier, and also maybe to do some of the other northern checks, like Mirror, Cape. Like, if those items happen to be in Thieves Town, it would route a little bit better. Okay. Kisses. All right. Let's do the thing. Can't believe, I think this is like the second weekly in a row where we've actually had early Dark World access. Now, I don't have a lot of life, so I do need to be careful. So I actually really wouldn't mind a couple of heart containers showing up soon. Is this a heart? No, it's nothing. That is so good because I didn't do northern stuff first, and now we have the mirrors, so we can actually route in King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge in a little bit. The mirror is also really nice for doing dumb checks in Skull Woods. Everything's coming up Millhouse. The only thing we don't have is a lot of health. We have a fairy in a bottle. I'm going to use my boomerang to check the stun price at some point. Holy shit, that's such a nice item too. Now we can abuse Burna on blind, which is totally fine with me. Health issue semi-solved. God. Everything I just complained about is pretty much gone. You want to shock me and give me my mitts in here too? That'd be really asking for too much though. Alright, big keys in the last chest. Let's get that. So 2 items in the back. We need to be careful here. He used his run at you attack. Ah, we have a fairy anyway. I'm not that worried about it, but it's annoying. Use the iframes and walk right into the next room. There we go. So the only thing I hope I don't get bit on is I hope there's nothing important. So small magic is stun prize, but nothing important in escape, because chances are I won't be going there for a while. Okay. Alright, one more item left in this dungeon. So if we're lucky, the last item's right here, and we can just skip the big chest. Nice spin. It is, and it's the cape, so we got exactly what I said we might get down here. That's insanely funny. So we got the mirror and the cape. We could check all of the Northern Dark World checks, and we can go in and beat Skullwoods next. That's pretty good. Ha ha ha. Percussionists drum up their audiences. Ooh. Just missed me with the laser. We're not taking the chance. We'll just finish him off. All right, not bad. Alright, we can check Graveyard Ledge. Beautiful. We are a pair of flippers away from being able to also beat Swamp Palace. So if those show up soon, that would be amazing. I'm a little nervous about 5 hearts going into Moth. But since we got half magic, it certainly makes that fight a lot easier. So I think we're going to be okay. I just have to be careful and try to dodge a few things. Oh, we might want that. Holy shit. Do we really just right order all this crap up here? Oh, thanks. This is wild. And then when we do Skull Woods, we could double check to make sure that there's nothing important at stupid pedestal. Alright, we're gonna go straight back here. Man, if I had a bug catching that. Alright. Unfortunately, that wasn't worth. Oof. Here, we'll check it first before I forget. Triple boom, just bombs, so we don't need to do that. Okay, so we got 2 keys. We can rush right to the boss. We're gonna do... yeah. Get rid of these guys first. They might drop magic. Oh, he did drop magic. Hallelujah. Now we're going in with nearly full magic into the fight. And you know what? Just because we can, we're going to grab the extra key because we have so much magic and we're getting a green thing here. We got a small vial. Just got to watch the health. Such a good fight. Alright, we're still missing... Wait. Did I get an item? What was the item? I don't remember. Now I'm like, did I actually get an item in that chest? Because I can't remember. But that's alright. It's probably like arrows or a piece of heart or something. I mean, all the items in the front are quick. So that should be the last item. I'm going to just double check real quick. Because it's really fast to grab these. Oh, never mind. We're just going to leave. I'm pretty sure that was both. I just have this moment where I'm like, did I actually open an item in that one? But I'm pretty sure we did, so. Guess we'll find out. Alright, so where do we need to go from here? So we could fake the mountain, but that's really not in logic at this point without lamp or flute. So we have to do this check because we didn't have the mirror yet. I can also do Bamos tablet, so that's nothing. And then the only other dungeons I have are Eastern. No, I can go into Desert. That's the play. Desert's beatable. We gotta go there. So after I check Bamos, we'll go into Desert. Alright. I'm gonna keep the portal here because if I find flippers or something, I'm gonna immediately want to go into Swamp. So to have the portal here just to get right back would be pretty quick. A third bottle. And then honestly, I might... Zora's item is in logic. If I'm go up to do catfish anyway, I could check that. I'm gonna probably grab that heart because we're so low on health. Alright. Well, that opens up some other stuff. Mainly Ice Palace. With my loadout. Though, technically not, because I don't have the flippers yet. So, we're gonna go and hope that the second item's on Landmo. And then if we don't get it there, we'll come back in. But we can grab this heart and then go fight Landmo. And the other reality that I have to think about is the seed might want me to go through and do some pendant diving, but I also have the front of escape to do. So I might want to check the front of escape. Nice. Alright, we gotta go back in the main part. Alright. So it is in the big key chest. What do we got? Money. Alright. Cool. Oops. So I think I'm going to do the checks that I was thinking about doing, and then if I don't get what I want, I could either fake flipper to do ice, or I could take a garbage dive into Eastern Pod and see if there's an item that progresses me from there. Yeah, we got money, which really isn't too helpful at this point, but I'm about to drop 500 on one item check, so we didn't really need it, though. That's for sure. So I'll be dropping the money soon. Money at this point is okay. It's not super helpful, to be honest. Alright. First, we're going to find out what this item is on the pyramid, because there could be something helpful here. I'm going to grab it, because I'm still really low on health. And then what we're going to do is we're going to mirror and go in the castle here. So there's 4 more checks and 3 more items in the castle. So it's worth taking a quick look at this. Because there could have been something that I could have gotten early. Like if there's a bow in here or a lamp that's kind of... Oops, because I could have gone into other areas with that. Alright, so the rest of the checks I'm going to do are the items. That was the one thing that was not helpful. So, yay me, it came up early. Why did he aggro? Because I tapped one of them? Sweet. Really? Go away. Yay me, I was right. Okay. Well, we found where the hearts are. Alright, what should I do? Burn this guy? Let's burn this guy. Alright, one more item. We have to traverse some dark rooms to get there, but we'll get there. Alright, not worth. Alright, so from here, I want to go up to Catfish, and then we'll check Zora. And then after that, if we don't get any progression, we'll have to make a decision. And logically, I probably should go into Easterner Pod. I might just do Ice Palace because I can. And then I'll stick with one of those if I don't find anything that advances me a little bit better. Alright, what you got, Catfish? Nope. Should have not even bothered. Alright, so I unfortunately died doing a fake flipper earlier, so is that gonna kiss... well, we don't have to go back for that. So is that gonna kick my butt a little bit because I could have had this item sooner? Out of logic sooner? Well, no, it wasn't out of logic. I had a glove. I just was gonna get it in an out of logic way. If this isn't it... Alright. That's not extremely helpful. Excuse me. I just thought of something else. Hold on. I actually want that. Let's do another just in logic set of checks before I do the whole slightly out of logic ice palace move. Because ice palace isn't going to have flippers. That's what I would love to find right now because it would put swamp in logic. A bow would be very acceptable too. But we have a few places we could check right in the village. So we're going to do that first. Because we just found these mitts in desert. We're going to put them to good use. So we're going to grab the smith. We're going to do our hammer peg cave up here. And then we'll do the smith chain and just see if we get anything good out of this. Simultaneous button presses are hard. Well, again, just because. Alright. You got something? A vanilla sword. Sure. I mean, I'm happy about it. This will be slightly quicker. So, the answer's gotta be an Easterner pod. If this is nothing. Wait. Damn it. Now, this could be the wrong move. But it opens up Death Mountain, so I guess I have to try it, right? I mean, if I get a bow up here, I ditch. I go right to pod. If I get flippers up here, I go right to swamp. Flippers actually opens up 2 dungeons logically. So I'm looking for 4 items. Bow, Samaria, flute, flippers. That's my go mode at this point. Those 4 items. So bow, Samaria, flute, flippers. That ain't one of them. Okay. So now we got Paradox. 7 checks. One of these things has got to be here, right? Nope, not yet. Come on. Alright. Powder's nice, but certainly was not what I wanted. I'll be kind of mad if the mountains is total garbage. I mean, there's 2 pennant dungeons up here. I don't want to set foot in either one of them. And I don't want to find Samaria first, because that actually opens up TR, and that would be really annoying. Okay. I mean, we're going to open TR, because we're going to take the portal here, but I don't want to actually have to go in. Because we might as well just open it, so it's ether. But now we can check Hookshot Cave. We could check Super Bunny. And then we could do a couple more checks over on the west side, and then we're out of the mountain. Thanks, game. Okay, that's something. Flute's there, so that's a required item, so this wasn't a complete waste of time. Now I wouldn't mind finding Samaria. Oh, there we go. Alright, we're going to Swamp and Ice in a minute. Okay. We'll do Spiral Cave while we're here, because it would be silly not to. The only thing we're going to leave then is Ether Tablet and Spike. Alright, so getting flippers and flute up here was pretty huge. Alright, red mail's not too bad. Gotta save and quit anyway. Let's activate this flute. We could also just check Magic Bat while we're in town, and then we'll head over to Swamp. Okay. Nice. Nice bonk. Alright, let's do this. So what would I want to see? Maybe the bow in here would be good. Just because then I can knock out Pod. Samaria would let me finish Meyer. And it would let me do a couple other things quicker. I mean, it would be great if they're just both in here, and then I could just go mode the last dungeons I need to do. That's wishful thinking, though. Garbage first item. Man, if I can get away with not having to enter a pendant dungeon, I'd be feeling pretty happy about this. Because that's a time sink if you go into Eastern or Hera looking for crap that's not there. Okay. Well, at least get to do the big chest immediately. None of this coming back in crap. Alright, so that's the second item. So, as much as I don't want to do this side, we're going to just do the left side, because chances are one of them's an item. If I get burned and it's map and compass, that's hilarious. But I don't want to come back in if there's an item still there, and I'm looking for 2. Maybe I'd skip if I'm only looking for 1 thing, but we're not. Excuse me. Still getting over this sickness. Hopefully you're gonna be done soon. See, it was an item, just garbage. It was 2 items. They're just both garbage, so we would have come back in looking, probably. Like, that's so bad that I double-checked in the corner to make sure I saw a C and not a P. Because I'm like, is this really a crystal dungeon with, like, nothing but garbage items in it? Possibly. Alright, we are going to do this the old-fashioned way, unfortunately. There's the double map compass stream. Well, it didn't do it to me on left side, but it did it in the flooded room. That's amazing. That's a nice bomb refill. Man, this really is going to be all crap, isn't it? Holy cow. I guess we're just holding off for the Argus Dream here. I think the only thing we got in quotes of value was 1 single piece of heart. Everything else was money, and mostly garbage money at that. Alright. Nice quick Argus fight. What's he drop? Alright. Bullshit up until the very end. Hilarious. Well, let's go to ice. And then we'll go to Meyer. I'm holding out for a bow somewhere. And actually, you know what we could do? Oh my god. If this is actually going to be a bow... If there's a bow in the freaking waterfall... And I couldn't get to it earlier because I'm a dumbass and didn't do the fake flipper right and got sniped. I'm going to be kind of annoyed by this. Annoyed, but also relieved, because I'll be in go mode at a really good time. Alright, it's not here. Let's find out if we get something decent. Alright, more red potions, that's fine. Man, that would have been pretty funny if that was a bow right there. Alright, will Ice Palace have my bow? Let's find out. At least with everything I got, Blink in this dungeon's done. Alright, that's item 1. Not helpful, unfortunately. Also remarkable that I haven't found a shield yet. Not that I necessarily need one, but it's kind of funny. That's 2 items already. Is the 3rd one the charm, just like the last one was in Swamp? Oh, wow, that was it. Okay. Well, not the answer, but we could completely rush the boss at this point, which is wild to me. Man, Icebreaker really coming in clutch here, because we're completely and just annihilating this dungeon. Good. Alright. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to Mire. We're gonna check a few checks in the Mire area. We do have Mire Shed and the Checkerboard Cave to look at out there first. We can complete Mire, which has 2 items. And then we're going to have to make a really interesting decision if we still don't have a bow after all this. So, the seed's benevolent. You just give me one here. Please. Piece of garbage. Piece of garbage. Please. All right. Well, 2 item checks in here. And then we have to decide on whether or not we're going to try the Eastern Pod combo and hope that there's a bow in there. Or if we do the old traditional Pendant Turtle Rock play. I'm so annoyed. I should have had that cycle. let's do the fireside and see what we get. That's one. Man, this just feels bad. I think I'm gonna take the chance on the pod Eastern play. Alright, well that's both items. So it ain't here. Just need to get a big key. Well, we now know where the big key is. Come on, stop bonking. Alright, let's set up for our Samaria block. All right. Here we go. Hello, Viddy. Goodbye, Viddy. Alright. So I think we're gonna go into pod first and hope that there's like a bow in there, and then we could just do the dungeon. And then if we're not bow locked, there could be some other stuff. Maybe there's something in the back that'll surprise us. If we get locked out of there too quickly, then we'll at least try Eastern. And if that's not a solution, then we might have to go up to Turtle Rock. But if the answer's here, then we could just finish the dungeon. So that's kind of why I'm just going to go for it, because it's possible. that we could just get a bow in one of these two spots. So we're going to take the risk. I mean, we got to come here and open it anyway, so we might as well just get it over with. And if we do find it, we're going to be able to get this seed wrapped up in a decent amount of time. And even if we have to go up the TR, it won't be that bad, but it would be amazing if it's here. Okay, so we're not locked out. What I think I'm going to do is let's drop down here and see if this is a key or an item. It's a key. For density purposes, because there's a really good chance that it's key for a key in this vanilla big key chest. At least that's what we're going to hope. I want to go back. Because this will let me access 3 checks now. An additional 2 or 3 depending on the big key location in the maze. And possibly more depending on the key layout here. Oh my god, there it is. Alright, we just need the big key. Holy shit, what a call. Because I was really thinking that, oh god, I have to go to Turtle Rock. Where's the big key? Cool. This is insane. All right. We're in really good shape right now. Not the most ideal turtle room, but it's done. All right, we're heading to GT. Man, if we can get an early big key, it feels so good. All right. We're going to have a decent GT entry. We're rocking Tempered Sword, no silvers, but that's okay. We avoided walking into a single pendant dungeon, which is phenomenal. We got lucky with some of our routing calls early on, which I'm pretty happy with. It wasn't like anything major, but it definitely saved some time. And now we're just going to hope that the big key doesn't troll me and that we can get a quick climb. So we'll be entering in 121. It's pretty nice. Key. Oops. Meant to dash off it, but I just grabbed it by accident. Alright. I say we test the right side today. My first shield. Oh, okay. Well, I can't really be too upset about finding that if I don't find Big Key. Alright. Well, it's somewhere over here, hopefully. Gotta love it when I go for the key that I already have. Alright, maybe randomize the room so we don't have to go too far. That would be ideal. Okay. Thank you. So the DM route comes through to give me silvers, which will speed up a couple things. But if you go straight left, you'll end up getting that big key sooner. So I don't know if we'll make up for that time difference, but it does make some stuff a little bit faster. Alright, we can dash through, though. That's annoying. I thought I was gonna just kind of squeeze through there. Nice. Not a bad room. Much better than my other room that I had. Or last time I did that room, it went really bad. That was also good, and got a heart pickup. Oh, you went to the left, you bastard. Cool. Alright. We don't need the magic refill. Alright, we do need to get the key off of the mini helmets here. Let's do that. Just because it's lulls. No. No. Alright. Lost a little time there. Alright. Double. Zero. Take the one. I need 2 more hits on him, and he's giving me horrible patterns. One more. Alright. You have a good Ganon fight. This will be in the low 130s, and I'll be really happy about it. Alright. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's phase 1. Oh, he gave me the good spot. That's a quick phase 2. Bad positioning there, but we should get a double right here. All right. 132 in-game time. Well, 132 real time. 132.05. That's a pretty good time. Let's see. Our in-game time will probably be, if we're lucky, it'll be sub 131, but maybe 131 is probably where I fall. Holy cow, that was really good. I got really fortunate with some of my routing choices, and we had another really good seed this week. And that one actually counts for the weekly, so I'm super excited about that. Let's find out how some other people did so far. And I mean, we got our top runners who've gone already. I'm just looking at the names. Everything's spoilers. So let's find out if my time might be somewhat competitive with them. 119.21. I mean, it's definitely, they get that, and I could be in the 140s, 150s. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. 117.38. Of course, he's even better. Let's see the comments on here. Straightforward Jet Seed. Yep. Master Silvers. No idea where Lamp or the other swords were. Tempered on Smith. Lamp on Purple Chest. Correct. He did Vitreous and Argus with Hammer because he didn't have the swords. Yikes. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, if I would have not done some of the checks I did, but I mean, at the time that I was still looking for items, so. Yep, just going to pod with BOGO mode, and there it is. Yeah, agreed. Okay, so let's see here. Ooh, someone got this in 218.33. I mean, I could definitely see where some people can get held up on it. 207.40. That doesn't make sense. Maybe. And a 135.37, so I'll come in ahead of that one. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, so going to pod for that bow, like, oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't go to TR. Because it clearly wasn't there with the other bow being in GT. I would have been so salty if I actually was like, oh, TR is going to be the answer again. And I got lucky, and that did not end up being the case. Whew, I am really glad that I made that call. So this is going to be, I think, a relatively decent time. You know, if you ignore the outliers of the really, really, really good runners that play this thing as well, and do this weekly seed, I'm going to be feeling pretty good about this. So that is awesome. Alright, well, I'm going to let the credits play out, and I'm going to kind of wrap this up and try to call it somewhat early night tonight. We'll see, just because I probably should rest more with me still kind of being under the weather. So thanks for everyone who stopped in, and I will catch you. I think tomorrow we're finally doing Thursday Gloomhaven for the first time in a few weeks. I got to check with that crew. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you soon. Goodbye.